Hi everyone! In today's video, we're going to learn some useful English words that start with the letter L. Let's explore their meanings and common collocations. Label. A piece of paper or material attached to something with information. The bottle has a label with all the ingredients listed. Here's a simple explanation of list in English with short and clear lines. List. A series of names, numbers, or things written one after another. I made a list of books. List. To write or mention things one after another. She listed her favorite songs. Listed. Included in a list, written down. The ingredients listed on the box are healthy. Fun fact, short list means a final selection of candidates. For example, someone can be on the short list to become an ambassador. She is on the short list to be named ambassador. And that's all about list. Now, let's continue with more words that start with L. Lab. A room or building for scientific work. The scientist is working late in the lab. The lace. A string used to tie shoes. Please tie the lace of your shoes before running. Lace up. To fasten with laces. You should lace up your boots before we go hiking. Lack of not having enough of something. The project failed due to a lack of planning. Low be lacking, to be missing or absent. His argument seems to be lacking evidence. Lady, a polite word for a woman. The lady at the front desk gave us directions. Ladybug, a small round insect with red or yellow wings and black spots. I saw a tiny ladybug on the leaf in the garden. Living room, the main room in a house for relaxing. This house has a large living room perfect for gatherings. Lagoon, a small body of water separated from the sea. The blue lagoon is surrounded by tall palm trees. Lake, a large area of water surrounded by land. We spent the weekend camping near the lake. Lamb, a young sheep. The shepherd is taking care of a newborn lamb. Laminated, covered with a thin layer of plastic. The menu is laminated to protect it from spills. Lamp, a device that gives light. I bought a new lamp for my bedside table. Lampshade, a cover for a lamp. The lampshade softens the light in the room. Land, an area of ground used for farming. The farmer owns a large piece of land for growing crops. Landlord, a person who rents property to others. The landlord came to collect the rent this morning. Landowner, someone who owns land. The landowner is planning to build a new fence around his property. Landscape, the visible features of land. The artist painted a beautiful landscape of the mountains. Landslide, mass of earth or rocks falling down a slope. Heavy rain caused a landslide in the hilly area. Lane, a narrow part of the road for one line of vehicles. Stay in your lane. A narrow road, often in a village or countryside. The house is at the end of a quiet lane. A part of the road or path reserved for a type of traffic. The cyclist stayed in the bike lane to avoid traffic. The marked lane in a pool or track. He swims in lane 4. Language, words and grammar used for communication. She is fluent in 3 different languages, including French. Lap, the area across the thighs when sitting. The cat jumped onto her lap and started purring. Lapse, a temporary mistake or failure. There was a lapse in communication during the meeting. Laptop, a small personal computer. He bought a new laptop for work and school projects. Lark, a small singing bird. The children woke up early as a lark on their vacation. Laryngitis, inflammation of the larynx causing hoarseness. She lost her voice because of laryngitis last week. Laser, a strong, narrow beam of light. The laser pointer was used during the presentation. The final one in a series or the most recent. The last person to leave should turn off the lights. The last movie I watched was really good. Lasting, continuing for a long time. The medicine provides lasting relief. Lastly, finally, at the end. Lastly, don't forget to save your progress before closing the file. Last minute, happening at the latest possible time. He made a last-minute decision to join the trip. Late, after the usual time. She arrived late to the meeting because of traffic. Late at night, during the late hours. He enjoys reading late at night when it's quiet. Latitude, distance north or south of the equator. The ship is located at a latitude of 40 degrees north. Laugh, to make sounds showing amusement. Her joke made everyone laugh uncontrollably. Laugh at, to make fun of someone. It's not polite to laugh at someone's mistakes. Laugh off, to pretend something is not serious. He tried to laugh off the embarrassing situation, but his face turned red. Laughable, so silly it makes you laugh. The manager claimed the project would be finished in one day, which was laughable considering its size and complexity. Laughter, the act or sound of laughing. The room was filled with laughter after his funny story. Launch, to start or send something into motion. They plan to launch a new product next month. Launder, to wash clothes or to hide illegal money. The maid will launder the sheets before the guests arrive. Laundry, clothes that need washing or being washed. She spent the entire afternoon doing the laundry. Law, a system of rules. He decided to enroll in law school after completing his degree. Lawsuit, a legal case in court. The company filed a lawsuit against its competitor for copyright infringement. Lawyer, a person who practices law. The lawyer presented strong evidence in court. Lay, to produce an egg. The hen will lay an egg every morning. Lay, to arrange the table for a meal. Could you lay the table for dinner, please? In British English, people say, lay the table, while in American English, people usually say, set the table. Can you set the table, please? Lay, to put something flat on a surface. They hired professionals to lay the carpet in the living room. Lay out, to explain or arrange clearly. The architect will lay out the plan for the new building. That's all for today's words, starting with L. Keep practicing, and I'll see you in the next video with more English vocabulary.